Lauren, and this is CirqueMeOut. Today, in this detail-oriented workout, I will give you an insight on resistance exercises as well as active and passive flexibility tools that prepare you for handstands and creating shapes in your handstands as well. We will be breaking a sweat and also focusing on our balance, technique, and alignment. Are you ready to sweat and spend some time upside down? Let's get started. We're going to come into our first warm-up exercise. You can come to kind of the front of your mat, and you want to take kind of a generous bend in your knees, okay? We're gonna start out gentle here. We're gonna start out with just a forward fold, grabbing opposite elbows, bending our knees. You can let yourself slide, just glide side to side. Hang just straight for now as well. Place your hands onto the mat, straighten your knees, and try to come up halfway. Okay, and now bend your knees again, grab those elbows. Taking a few breaths here. We just want to wake up our body. Now place your hands on the mat again. We're going to walk our feet together and place those hands onto your thighs. Bend your knees and stand up. Reach up to the ceiling and dive back down. Touching the mat, we're going to come halfway up as well onto those fingertips. We're going to just step back into a high plank, okay? Bending our elbows, coming down, and right away up into an upward dog, an arch. I want you to bend your left knee towards your head just to warm up, and bend the right knee. Doing this again. And moving side to side. Now we're going to push back into a child's pose, wide knees, toes are together, arms stretch forward. Stay here for 3 breaths. And coming up, we're going to grab this resistance band that is here. If you don't have access to a resistance band, sometimes a stick can work as well if you grab wide and you use it for rotations. We're simply going to use this resistance band for now to really get those shoulders warm. So we're going to grab the resistance band about shoulder width apart or a little bit wider. I like to cup it kind of under my thumbs like this, and I grab with my entire hand. We're going to reach above our head and rotate those shoulders and come back. I'm going to rotate them again. We're doing this for 10 times. Taking some good breaths in between. I'll show you from different angles. Really think about being active with how you're rotating the shoulders. You can even do as I do as well. I don't even grab with the fingertips at times. I just grab with the thumb and the corner of my hand. It really makes me have to be active with how I rotate my shoulders, how I warm them up. Okay. We're going to now take the resistance band and stretch it in front of our chest, like so, just for 7. 1 and 1 more rotation all the way back. Bringing it back up again. We're now going to rotate the right arm down, scooping under, and we're going to pulse the right arm for 7. 1, and now we're going to pulse for 7 up top. 1, and we're going to switch. Rotate for the left on the bottom for 7. Now up top. job. Let's do one more good rotation all the way through and all the way back. Great job. That's our resistance band use for today. Now we're coming into a good pike fold, okay? So we want to really stand up tall, fold all the way down, grab onto your legs, try to just fold yourself into straight legs. Can give your legs a hug. Now bend your knees and interlace your fingers behind your head. Let yourself hang out here. Palms together, interlace the fingers. Take a few breaths here. Straighten your knees. Stay here. Now bend your knees. Coming up onto demi-point. Lowering down, staying on demi-point, and then release your hands. Rest them onto your knees. Place your hands. Jump back to another high plank here. We're going to come down and back up. Bending one leg, bending the other. Again. Once more. Great job. And push into a downward dog just to get nice and warm. Just to remind you all, I am a professional acrobat and contortionist with Cirque du Soleil. Though I do have also, on top of my circus career, I have a personal training certificate, which I got many years ago, I think before I started touring internationally. And though I have a lot of experience in taking yoga, and I like to use some of the positions in my training programs, I am not a certified yoga teacher. So, as I mentioned before, if ever you have questions about the way I do a pose, it's best to speak to a certified yoga instructor. And just remember that I am an acrobat and a contortionist, hence why I might do the position a bit differently. Okay, so hopefully you walked yourself out and got a good stretch and overall wake up in that downward dog. We're now going to come into our tabletop position. So alignment is key here, knees under your hips. We don't want those legs too wide. We want them right in alignment. And we want our wrists now. We're going to turn our fingers toward our legs, okay? But our wrists are in alignment with our shoulders. We're going to stay here and we're going to draw the belly button in for a cat. And now we're going to arch. Three more. The final two, I want you to tuck your toes under. Keep your wrists in this angle too. Keep your fingers pointing toward your legs. Now we're going to turn those wrists, stretching them here. And now placing them, you can do a few rotations and before you place them into neutral position. Okay, and we're going to draw circles over those wrists. Now we're going to change directions. Great job. Come up onto your knees and just shake out. I want you to turn your toes under and sit on your heels. Just stay here for a moment. You can move neck side to side, front to back. Just kind of getting ready for this unique workout today. All right, after this, we're gonna come back into a high plank, okay? High plank, and we're going to take our left leg, draw it to our opposite knee, open up. I want you to try to touch your toe to your head and bring it back. Opposite, and reach and try to touch. 4, 2. Okay, halfway done, we're doing 10. Last one. Great job. Come to high plank. Draw the left leg to right leg to the left elbow. Excuse. I want you to just do some circles with those arms. Let's stand up and just rotate our hips a little bit to shake that out. Our next exercise to finish warming up will be, we're going into a pike, but seated pike. Again, focusing on that hyperextension. So we're going to take those arms above our head. We want to be really open in our shoulders to prepare for handstands, right? We don't want closed shoulders. We want active open shoulders. We want to press those knees to the ground. For hyperextension, we'll go for 10. Holding, flex, fall. And now I want you to open your legs as wide as the mat. Press that hyperextension as well. Grab under your heels and just fold over. Jump, flexing those feet. All right. Now we're going to do a passive shoulder stretch. Coming onto our knees. Going to separate our knees a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Going to reach my arms forward straight, and I'm gonna let my bum raise in the air. I'm going to stretch here. I personally like to place my chin on the mat, like so. I'll stay here for about 3 breaths. To a tabletop, I want you to extend the left leg, extend the right. We're going to draw and touch that elbow to knee. I want you to hold, place the hand down. I want you to just tempo for. And switch, other side. Place that hand back down, just temp for 5. Some small pulses. All right, so now we're going into a candlestick position. I'm going to show you so you can see really well from the back. So I'm going to go up onto my shoulders like so.
You can interlace your fingers if you'd like, or you can keep them by your side. So, we're going to open our legs in a straddle and bring them back up for 10 times. Sometimes, if you want to support your back, if you need to, that's totally fine. Try to be a bit dynamic here. Hold here, touch the floor with your toes, and back up. Now we're going to do a variation. This one I will support my back. This is a good prep if ever you want to make this shape in a handstand. It's going to draw the knees together, touch the toes together, and open. And you do the same on the way back, like so for 10. We want to be precise and dynamic with our legs. Great, touch your toes to the floor. Bring them up. And slowly come out. It's always a little bit awkward sometimes, the exit. Great, so that is the full warm-up for today's workout. Now we're ready to get started into the full training session. Okay, so for today's first exercise to start the workout, we're going to start with 15 straddle ups. So we're going to first start in a hollow body position and open in a straddle for 15 times. Let's go. Keep those legs really straight, toes pointed, turned out. Great job. Turning over into our next exercise, we're just going to hover in a low plank and arch, and then come up. Hover in a low plank, arch, and then come up. Come into a Sphinx pose or an upward dog, just to stretch. Then we're going to turn and do our aiguille battement, or needle battement, or standing split battement. So we're going to create a standing split, and as we do our battement, we're going to bend the knee and touch them together, and then bring them back again. Okay? Starting, we'll do 10 each side for one. Grabbing that left ankle with the left hand. Really try to be active, make that 180 degree. Hands to the side, looking at your foot. You should try to balance here. Great job. Down. Gonna do the same thing with the right leg on the floor. The left leg. Let's go for 10. And then hold, grabbing the right ankle with the right hand. Really stretching, try to make that 180 degree active. Hands to the side, spot your foot. And try to hold without. Great job. Come down, go ahead and roll it out. You can move your hips around. Okay, so now we're going to place the left leg forward, the right leg back. Do a really good overall pressing actively here. I'm going to touch for 10. Holding up, pressing the right hand down, opening. We're going for 3 shoulder rotations. 2, 3, and drawing that arm directly down, opening up for a bind, grabbing behind, coming forward and turning that foot out. I'm gonna do 1 long stretch up, coming down, turning, ready, back to a neutral bridge, but placing that knee down, reaching back, grabbing the leg, pulling it in, both hands. Switching now to just the left hand holding on, and you're going to open up that hip, you can walk the foot out. Notice how my elbow is on the mat. I really want to stretch that psoas. Releasing that foot, coming back to a neutral lunge. I want you to point the back toe, and I want you to now roll onto your toes in this lunge. And notice now that both my hands are the inside of my leg, and I'm gonna stretch and straighten that leg. Great job. Stretch forward. Split. Try to be as square as possible here. Even for me, it's a challenge. I tend to have tight hip flexors, tight psoas. Okay, I now want you to lean forward, okay? You want to lean forward, you can keep your hands at your side, or you can place it on your leg. I'm going to straighten that knee very hard, point the toe, and lift. We go for 5 times. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Coming here, coming upright, bending that knee to bum. Notice how you can hook it in like your armpit here. Let's kind of roll around. Really want to get our psoas warmed and stretched. The more open your hips are, the more open your shoulders are, the better lines you're going to have, and actually the more ease you will move in the handstand. Go ahead and bend the front leg now. Come into just a pigeon pose. I want you to intertwine the arms. So let's place the left arm on top of the right. Notice how I'm arching back. Release. Great job. Okay, now we're going to switch other side. So the right leg needs to come forward. First, you can shake your legs out a little bit. You're going to place that right leg forward, and you're going to activate the back leg. You're going to tap the mat for 10. Great job. Now I want you to place that left hand down, open for 3 arm circles. And intertwine, go for a bind. And now place the hands down. I want you to turn towards that front leg. Do 1 reach up and back down. Coming back to a lunge. Going to now place that knee on the floor. Reach back and grab the leg.
both hands now. Taking it now just with the right hand. You're going to place the elbow on the floor and walk that front leg forward. Open up the hips. Take some deep breaths here. Coming back. I want you to keep both hands in between on the inside of your leg. You're going to roll into a pointed toe here. And I want you to roll into pointed toe as well. So you're on your toes, okay? Activating here, most of the effort. Release, I want you to fold over that leg. And I want you just to come into a split. You can have your back foot flexed if you want, if it helps you place into a good square position. I want you to fold forward. Option to grab the leg or keep on the side. I want you to now press your hips into the floor, but lift the back leg. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Coming up. Now I want you to bend back knee towards your bum. Kind of hook it into your armpit for a little bit. And release. Just going to bend the front knee now. Make a pigeon pose, as it's called. I'm going to now intertwine, place the right elbow into the left elbow and grab my palms. I'm going to arch back. Release. Great job. You can stand up and massage, give kind of a self-massage a bit to your hips before we move on to the next exercise. We're going into a passive oversplit, which I really believe in. We've just been doing some active warming up, active workout. Now we want to do passive. So let's place the left leg forward, right leg back. You can do this on a dictionary or an encyclopedia or some yoga mats or yoga blocks, or on your couch. Often, if I am not able to train anywhere else other than my home, I'll use a couch. Or you can use a picnic bench if you're at a park. The opportunities are endless. Stay here. I want you to bend the back knee and try to touch it to your head. Release. Once more. Great job. Going to switch into other leg. So the right leg forward, left leg will be back. Try and square those hips before you place them down. As you can see, that's actually a difficulty of mine. I have very tight hip flexors, but I find my way to work around them. Now let's bend the back knee, touch the and back, and the right knee, and back. Great job. Let's come out of it now. And to turn, you can place your accessoire to the side. Now we're coming into, on our elbows, we're going to I'll show you at the diagonal so you can see a bit. I'm going to come on my elbows. I'm going to really warm my hips up. I'm going to draw hip circles with my knees, basically. Really doing my best to keep my toes together. So we're gonna do this for 10.
Now we're going to open the left leg while keeping the right in for 1, 2, 3. Kind of like a rond des jambes kind of style. On to the other side now. So it's the right leg coming down for 1. Great job. Now we're going to sit in a wide straddle, like so. Again, we're going to work on our hyperextension. Very, very important to have good lines is to be active in your flexibility. So we're going to press our knees to the floor, lift the heels off for 10. 1, hold for 10. Great job. We're going to just come forward into a passive middle split. For now, you can have your elbows on the floor, just kind of relax here. Go ahead and stretch to the left side. Stretch to the right side. Do your best to not sickle those feet. You can be active with them. Now we're going to be multitasking. We're going to stretch our shoulder at the same time as our middle split. So draw the right arm through, left arm extended. Same thing on the other side, drawing the left. Job sitting up, should press and have a good 180-degree line. Great, and relax. So now let's kind of stretch our bum out a little bit. Let's do some pushing into your heels right now. I'm pressing my hips forward. I can lean back. And let's come all the way up onto our knees. Toes curled under. Just want you to grab your ankles now and press that pelvis forward. I'm kind of being passive right now in the position just because it feels very good. It feels very good to stretch the psoas this way after a middle split. And come back up. Great, okay, now we have to do a middle split. There's no real proper handstand training without training your over middle split. We're starting with the left foot up, right leg extended, stretching forward, making sure everything's in alignment before you come forward. We'll just stay here together. Try and just connect to the breath. If there's pain at all, try to be aware of what kind of pain is it. Is it just slight discomfort? Or is it something that feels wrong? You know, you need to be in tune with your body. Staying for another. 1, 2, 1. Reaching forward, switch to other side. So take your accessoire to the right side, right leg goes up, left is extended, pressing those hips forward, think about alignment, think about your line, then roll forward. Pressing those hips down, the pelvis down, and just try to relax, try to breathe into your hips.
if you have enough things in your environment that you're in, you can also place another object on the other side that's equal height of the other for an even deeper approach to the stretch. I highly suggest it. Or you can bend the opposite leg that is elevated and try to just draw those hips and that belly button down. And relax. We're going to come onto all fours now. So, we're going to make sure you're in alignment. Those shoulders are in line with your wrists, those knees in line with your hips. Placing all the weight onto the right. We're going to lift, extend. Now we really want to try to be active here. Active. Other side. All the weight is going to go into your left as you lift the right. You can first guide it. Great job. Stretch that out. You should be feeling worked a bit in your glutes. So what we're gonna do is come to a standing, okay? And this is something I like to do after I've been stretching a lot in this direction, as I like to do some things in that direction. So take the right leg, cross it in front. And I want you to interlace your fingers behind you. I'll show you from the side. Interlace those fingers behind you and just try to rest a bit. Try to fold that chest onto that leg. Coming up, switching sides. So, left leg is here. Interlace those fingers behind you. Folding over. Deep breath here. Great job. Move around a bit. So, for fun now, we're going to do a standing Y scale. Start on standing on the left leg. I'm gonna have you bring up the right leg to your side. So what makes a Y scale is that it's not directly in front and it's not directly a tilt. It's behind the arm, which makes it kind of like a Y shape. So we're going to come in here, side, grab with the opposite arm as well. Pull forward. You can bend to try to find a spot to look at. Release. Switch and go to the other side. So, reaching from the inside. Grab now with the opposite arm. Opening up. Taking some good breaths. Great job. Coming down. Okay, so we're going to now get ready to go upside down a bit. So we're gonna come into a downward dog. We're going to place our hands in a neutral position. We're going to do push-ups like this. We'll do 10 times, okay? So for 10. 1, stay there, but turn your fingers facing each other. You're in downward dog and you're going to push till your head touches for 1. 9, 10, great job. Come onto your knees again. Flex feet, interlace your fingers. Stretch back, look at the ceiling. And relax for a moment. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and place one foot in the air. We're going to make our needle or our aiguille or standing split. And we're going to practice lifting off that foot, lifting into the handstand.
job. You can use a wall if you'd like. We're gonna switch sides now. So, I was on my right leg before, now I'll be on my left. Let's see how good I do. I've been so used to doing it off one leg, so even this could be a challenge for me. So make your aiguille, your needle, placing those hands down, pressing up to your toe, press into your handstand. Great job. Take a moment, step those knees back, widen the knees, stretch your shoulders for just a moment. Great, okay, so now we're gonna go into some presses. We need to do 10 straddle presses and then 5 pike presses. So we're gonna start with the pike. They're a little bit harder than the straddle. The secret is about getting your feet close to your hands and raising up onto your toes, tips of your toes, and following through. So there's one. See, it's really challenging. We'll do one last one. We can do this. And for 5. 5. Great job, great job. So, now we'll do a straddle press. What makes pike presses just so much harder than straddle presses is it's just more weight to take. In essence, the legs are together. They're not separating to come up. They're staying together. That's why they're much more challenging. So now we're going to do straddle presses. So let's place our hands down. Going to roll forward on those tippy toes, nice and controlled. We want control here and awareness. Awesome job. Shake your wrists out of it. You can fold them in between. Come up onto your flexed feet again. Sitting on your bum. Interlace your fingers behind again. Let's gaze up. Relax. Just kind of roll your shoulders. Okay, so now we're going to practice the tuck up to straddles. So we're gonna start in a position like so. I'm on my knees. My hands are in front of me. Again, closeness is key. You can't start back here. At least if you want to have proper technique, you can't start far from your hands. You want to start close to your hands. We're going to tuck up to handstand now. All right, so we gotta get that weight over. Great job. Stand up, shake your wrists out. Okay, so now we're going into Stalter exercises. So we're going to make a wide straddle, not too wide though, and we're going to place our hands in the center. Hyperextension, of course, is required. Hands in the center, close to your body. Lift those legs up and press into your hands. We'll hold for 15. Good job. Now we have to do it in a pike. So I'll turn to be diagonal, so you see, hyperextension, of course, is again required. Hands to your side, about in line with the tops of your thighs. You're going to press into your hyperextension and press into your hands. 15. Great job. Shake those wrists out a little bit. Let's just kind of stretch those quads out a bit, top of the legs. So we're going to come on our stomach, place the back foot into our elbow, and stretch here. Switch sides, so the right foot comes into the right elbow. So now, we're going to push up into a bridge. We're going to do bridge push-ups, just 5 though. So you can place one arm in front, follow it back. Okay. You can get comfortable in your bridge. On all fours here, you're going to push forward 1. Stay in your bridge. Walk those feet out. Straighten your legs. And now pike those hips. Make a zigzag. And relax. We're going to push up into bridge again. And we're going to lift our legs actively, alternating. Keeping always one leg, one foot on the floor at all times though. So let's go ahead and press up into our bridge. So you're going to tuck the left toes under. You're going to lift the right leg and switch. Come down. Relax for a moment. Go ahead and bring your knees to the left side of you while keeping both shoulders onto the mat. And look toward your right. And switch. Both knees coming towards the right. Your gaze coming to the left. Lifting up, back to center. All right, so now we're going into, I'm gonna show you a variation of how to get into a handstand. So we're going to come into a needle, our aiguille. We're going to delicately raise up onto those toes and press, press, press. I'm going to show you how I bend the top knee, draw the other leg through, and make a zigzag. Come back into bridge, stand all the way up. Great job. Kind of take a moment here, shake everything out. I'll now show you some variations of how you can practice a crocodile at home. So you can do a crocodile with an arched back version. So it's a bit easier too. You keep your forearm in front of you on the floor and you arch a lot and you try to bring that foot to your head or both feet to your head. Great job. You can feel out what style or what arm you like best to do. We're also going to, I'll also show you a version that you can practice that is not arched. So you're starting with both hands facing forward, elbow really to like belly button. Great job. Stretch those wrists out. Take a moment. We're now going to come into just a really good twisted, deep needle position to finish before we cool down. So I'm going to place my hands turning out. I'm going to really draw the left leg out and really let my hips stack. I'm going to continue that to bridge. I'm going to reverse back and now take the right leg. And really stack those hips unsquare. Continue to a bridge. Great job. Can turn so you can see. And release, take a moment. So now we're going to do a little bit of conditioning and cooling down. So we're going to do again our straddle ups. We're going for 15, okay? So hollow body, we're going for 15. Finished, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, turn over to your stomach. We're going to do 10 golden arches, as I call these. So we're starting, we're lifting out and in for 2. Great job. Now, come just up to a Sphinx pose. Relax for a second. I'm going to show you a variation, 2 variations of how I like to grab my ankles behind my head. So, I'm going to press up and bend your feet towards your head, grabbing same arm, the same side leg. Really reach for the ankles. If you're just at the feet, you get less of a stretch. Reach for the ankles. Head back, point. Lift up. Try to breathe here. Release. All right, now I want you to draw the right arm through. I want you to bend the left leg, grab the left foot with your right arm, bend the right arm, and grab it with the other arm and lift. Great job. Going to do the same thing on the other side. Draw the left arm through, bend the right leg. You can flex your feet or point them. Release. Go ahead and push back into a wide knee child's pose. Toes together, bum on your heels. forehead to the mat. Try to just release here for a moment. Come up to your forearms and come all the way up. Going to come onto our backs. Just want you to lay on your back, bend those knees, bend those heels to your bum. Place your hands flat on the mat. Lift your bum up. Interlace those fingers. And lift forward. I want you to now place your hands on your hips and place your feet together and just kind of relax here. See if you can create a nice passive back stretch. Great job. Come up to sitting. We're going to open our legs to just a wide straddle. This is our final exercise of the entire workout, just to kind of unwind. Place your hands place your hands under your head and just kind of come into a middle split or a deep straddle. Reach forward with your arms. Come onto your forearms. Draw those hips forward. Come into a grenouille or frog. Coming up onto your knees. Coming into tabletop. Draw 2 really big circles with your body. Switching direction. Curl those toes under. Come to standing. Thank you so much for joining me on this very unique workout. You did a really great job. It was quite challenging in a different way, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.